Right, so with the cloning tool, the tool itself is in your toolbar within, yeah, the tool which looks like a rubber stamp tool in your toolbar. So you just pick the clone tool. The short key for the cloning tool is, I think, C. No, not C. S. Yeah. You just press S. You get the clone tool. For cloning also, you get similar options like brush. So you can select the shape, the diameter, and hardness of your cloning tool. So either you go to the options bar to control the options, or just right click anywhere on your stage and you will see those brush options for the clone. I'm going to select a round brush. Okay, that's too small, so I'm just going to increase the brush diameter. Okay, that should be all right. Yeah, that's not going to cover my entire page, so I'm just going to, let's say, that should be okay. I'm just guessing the size of the clone. You can control a bit of hardness, so get a soft brush. That's it. So I'm just controlling my brush here. Now, cloning works in two steps. One step, you have to first copy the area which you want to clone. And the second step is apply the copied area. So it's like a copy and paste, literally. To copy, most of the time in Photoshop, the shortcut key is pressing Alt or Option in Mac. So as long as the moment I'll press Alt now, I'm not doing anything. The moment I press Alt, you see the shape of the cursor has changed now. Without Alt, it just looks like a normal brush. With Alt, it looks like a symbol of a target, a gun target, okay? But this is exactly what it means. It targets the area which you want to clone, and the moment you release, we apply that target by clicking my mouse. So for example, my target right now is, I'm gonna hit the target at the base of the gherkin, okay? So press Alt, click once, that's enough. Pressing Alt and clicking once is one step for copying. The moment I release my Alt, I'm just removing my cursor somewhere. Do you see that? What happens? It has actually copied that clicked part of the image. Okay. But what I'm going to do is I will keep that cursor somewhere here in parallel. Okay. Now if I'll press my mouse once, do you see there's a little plus symbol wherever I clicked? Okay. Now the target plus symbol will stay there as a source information. Okay. Now what I'm going to do is I will move my cursor upwards, so that plus symbol will keep moving my targets upward as well, and so does my cloned area. So if I just press once and keep going upwards, you see the plus moving as well. Ultimately it is copying that portion now, and my mouse is still pressed, so my copying and pasting is happening same time right now. Plus is copying and cursor is pasting. Okay, so if I go to the up, release the mouse, done. How easy is that? That's how literally cloning tool works. You can clone anything. You can have Angelina Jolie's eyebrows and clone them to your face, you know, not your face. Some of you can do that. Yeah, why not? That's what they do, literally cloning, copying color pixels and pasting it. I will show you some other example. Now this is how the brush works, so you can use this image for sample. But I want you to spend some time on understanding cloning a bit more with the real example. So if I'll go to the images, and purposely I've done some messy fish. That's the one. So I can get that image on Photoshop. Wow. You can see in this image, the actual picture is of a fish under sea. These brush strokes of white brush strokes, I've just done that for purpose, okay? So that you can learn cloning. Now what I want you to do is duplicate this image so you can have original file. And on the duplicate, I want you to use the clone tool and clean up all this mess on top of the fish, okay? because cloning will help you to preserve the area behind the brush strokes. Okay, and this is your job to clean all these artifacts and have a nice clean picture. This is what people sitting in Snappy Snap do. We give them ugly pictures and make them correct. So if you go on tour and you get someone's hands bumping on your face, they help you to remove that. But that's what they use. They use cloning tools to do this kind of mixing and merging. I will show you some examples just to start with how I want you to work, and later on you're gonna work yourself. So let me duplicate, Control J, zoom, Control plus, hand tool to drag the area you want. For example, this area. Okay, use cloning tool. Now for the cloning, you can judge your hardnesses and diameters as per your choice. For example, this white stroke here at the top is not that big, so I don't need such a large brush to clone. Okay, I'm going to go and reduce my brush size. That's enough. I'm going to give a soft brush, so hardness 0. Okay, if you keep hard brush, you're gonna see the effect that you're doing some tricking on Photoshop. So keep your brush very soft while you do cloning. And here, press Alt. I'm going to copy these stones around. For example, this. Leave Alt. Okay, that's too big. And literally paste. Is it gone? Alt, paste, Alt, paste. So to keep pressing your targets all the time, otherwise your image will look flat. So the way I'm erasing, I'm selecting the nearby part so that the image will have consistency. Okay, otherwise anyone can spot it that it's a photoshopped image. So you have to work very carefully, keep changing diameters, keep changing hardnesses, and select nice pictures, nice area, and apply the cloning. Now can you spot there was a problem? But you can compare by hiding the top layer. And there you go. That's why people will pay you, to rectify images and make them clean and then use it on the website. Okay, for a solid area like here, there is no a texture or different shapes behind, so you can use 100% hardness. For example, if I want to clean this part, you can simply change the brush size, Alt, select the black color from anywhere, and keep changing, applying like that. If you want to change your brush dimensions without going to the brush options, there's a shortcut for that. Okay, it's your square brackets on your keyboard where you have curly brackets in CSS. So if you press square bracket, opening bracket, it decreases your brush size, and if you press closing bracket, it increases your brush size. Okay, it's a shortcut for changing brush diameters. And for hardness, the shortcut is press down the Shift key and use the same key. Okay, opening with the Shift is to reduce the hardness, and closing is to increase the hardness. Okay, so you can use all these tricks of shortcuts to work. Change the target, reduce the brush diameters, Alt, clean the fish, don't fry it, it looks nice. Done, 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 done. There you go. That was. If you minimize it, that's how the cleaning is happening. All using cloning tool, nothing else. So this is what I want you to do now and clean every single thing. The special care when you work these particular parts. And the tip, zoom your file. As much as you zoom, you'll understand what are you doing. reduce your brush size, Alt, select the source, and go like that. It's a hard job, but if you don't zoom in, you will see you will do a lot of errors, which will be even visible by naked eyes. So working with the zoom and then doing nice clean touches so that you can, there you go. Okay, so I want you to complete this fish and show me the clean version at the end of it. Let me stop the recording for a while.